Alright, well,
There we go.
second try, I guess. A little bit less laggy as well.
Okay, where we left off. So we were just talking about MMO, and what I was saying was one thing that some of the servers out there, and especially a lot of MMOs do, is they tend to nickel and dime you, and they really like to just kind of throw just a bunch of random stuff that you can't get unless you purchase, and we do not want to do that. The only reason we have these things up here, I mean, the race changes is one thing.
Just because we want to encourage somebody finding something they like and sticking with it.
Right.
We don't really want you to change back and forth. This is role-playing, not I'm going to keep magically changing my race as many times as I can.
One thing that but with the, let's try that. The rest of the stuff, though, we don't want... What I'm trying to say is none of the other stuff that we add will be stuff that will completely change the game. The boosts, we're going to add a few other things. None of those things will be things that you need to play the game. We don't want to be the type of thing like a lot of those MMOs that, you have to pay to play. What we want to do is, these are things that if you choose, you're basically donating to us to continue running, and it's basically you choose your own reward is what it is. It's not purchasing things for the game. It's it's like I said, it's basically choosing your own. Oh, you're killing yourself.
I'm okay. See, acrobatics. That's a McMMO skill. You're
basically, oh, hey, Tim's on.
Nice.
Yeah, so what else do we want to talk about?
Okay, let's see. I lost my little list that we had.
Oh no.
So let's just kind of wing it here. Shop. That kind of brings us to our 1.7 update, right?
Yes. Yes.
Let me see if I can type this out again. So really, whenever we try to update, really what's restricting us is just our software. We have to wait for Spigot or Bucket to update before we can really do anything. We don't want to produce an unstable build for you guys. Yes.
Hey,
GC
GC.
is online. Wonder. Hey, GC. Oh yes, he is listening. All right, that's fantastic. Welcome, sir. Welcome.
So yeah, with the 1.7 stuff, basically, I mean, we haven't fleshed out exactly the order of what we want to do yet, but most likely what will happen will be we'll do a big 1.7 update, and we'll release that, and there might be a few things that we have involved with that. And then in the next couple months or so, we will be doing a big server release, and that'll involve a lot of our custom things that we're wanting to implement, including a couple things that I'll talk about later.
Including the shop.
Including the shop, yes. Shop is not up yet, but it'll be up soon. But yeah, so look in the next couple months for there to be a big update to release a lot of these things that we're going to be talking about on this video. What do we want to talk about? Let's see, we've done shops, we've done 1.7.
Might as well do Spoutcraft now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So a lot of you guys have probably heard about Spoutcraft, and for those of you who love Spoutcraft and were using it for a while, you probably know that they kind of shut down. They kind of stopped at, what, 1.5? I want to say?
Yeah, it was 1.5.
Yeah, I want to say, 1.5, they kind of, that was their last hoorah, and they kind of just shut down. And apparently, they got enough people supporting them and donating and different things like that they decided, oh, you know what, why not? We'll come back. And they are coming back, so that is really awesome for a server like us, because with wanting to do custom things, you kind of need something like Spoutcraft for people to be able to see it, because with basic vanilla launcher, can't really do that.
No, not at all.
So we're really excited about that. Are they already updated for 1.7, or are they doing the next update?
I believe they're updated for 1.7
I think they are, yeah. So for those of you who want to, go to, is it Get Spoutcraft?
Get.spoutcraft.com. Yeah, I love the community there. I've been a part of the community there for quite a while. That's where we've actually picked up some of our Vanwa Arta members. Any donations towards them would really help. I know they're going through some difficulty in server hardware. So, go check it out. I love Spoutcraft. I've noticed every time I talk, I tend to stop moving. I get very sidetracked.
So, for those of you who are wondering why it might go silent a couple times, it's because he's goofing around in Minecraft, and we're actually streaming this for those of you who are just watching this as a video. So, this is actually be streamed right now, and you guys are going to be watching it. I guess for now, for you, it's now. For us, it's past. Yeah.
Welcome to the future.
Welcome.
We have cake. Just kidding.
No, it's a little lie.
Cake's a lie.
That was a bad joke.
I'm sorry. I apologize for that.
X is complimenting how many things you have in your taskbar.
I do have a lot of things. I also have 2 monitors, and my taskbar used to stretch across both with items in them. So, it's a lot better now, I do have to say.
Wait, do you have Opera?
Yeah. Yeah, for the web development, I have to have all the popular platforms, so... I mean, I use Opera, Google Chrome, love Google Chrome. Firefox is the best, but Google Chrome's a close second. I can bug test our website on everything except Internet Explorer. Internet Explorer won't install.
Yeah, don't even go there.
I mean, I'd love to test it, but I can't. It won't install on my computer, and I don't really know why. I've tried so many different times to get it to install, and I can't install any version of it. So, actually, if you guys want to help me out, when we do our big website release... What sucks?
I.e.
Oh, yes. Okay. Contextual. Okay. If you guys want to help me out with the development, if you send in screenshots of our website using Internet Explorer, if you even use it, I don't even know, if you have it, and you decide to take screenshots of our server website, that would help me quite a lot with debug. If you notice anything out of place while using Internet Explorer, which I would say is probably going to be common, please send in screenshots of that. That would help a lot. Thank you.
Another thing I want to mention also is just reaching out to you guys as a community. Not now, but eventually, sometime soon, we are going to be looking for somebody to help us with doing a texture pack. And if any of you are good Minecraft artists, we could definitely use that. That would be very helpful. I know there's a lot of people out there that do texture packs, but we're really looking for somebody that actually knows what they're doing, can actually sit down and, if you guys have already done a texture pack or anything like that, can send us an example so we can kind of get an idea. We already have in mind the idea of where we want to go, kind of the design. What the?
Sorry, continue.
That's,
I'm going to find some wood and fix
off.
that. I'm going to fix that.
It's just off.
Just keep going.
We would love if you guys could contact us and let us know, because, like I said, I mean, we could probably do it as kind of a, work together. If we just worked together and did it, we could most likely get it done. But if we had somebody that actually knew what they were doing and could do it easily, that would be really awesome. But yeah, so it's just kind of a thing to be thinking about. What was that? That's weird. Sorry, watching the stream as well, just kind of monitoring it. But yeah, that'd be really nice.
I'm determined to fix this wall.
I know, I saw that. I was like,
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. The update's postponed until I fix every single block that's broken in this entire world, okay? Okay. See, I'm the admin that has to worry about all the little things, so, yeah. That's one of the little things.
It's just a little thing, but
why
it's
didn't I pick up an axe? I should pick up an axe, too.
Hey, at least you can still get Halo Sheep.
What is up, sir?
He's like, you stole my logs.
No.
He's like, I want in. I want in. I'm coming in.
No soup for you. All right.
Okay, so let's see. We've done shops. We've done 1.7. We did just release stuff.
We want to go over some of the RPG elements we're going to be adding.
That kind of encompasses the 3 topics, so we want to just start that and.
Yeah, I guess world changes next.
Actually, do you want to?
One second. We'll be right back. Let's try to stay on track here, alright? Alright.
Alright.
Well, now that we have a little bit of a direction here. Next, we talk about backpacks.
Yes.
There we go. Hey, I have things in my backpack already.
Alright, so actually, yeah, there you go. There's already an example. One thing that we're implementing. Are we actually implementing it yet, or are we going to wait on that?
This is an admin permission. The plugin works.
Yeah, we've been testing it.
Basically, all users will be able to have a minimum of 1 row on a backpack. We'll call it a small satchel. So, basically, dependent on kind of class, you will be able to use this backpack as storage. If your inventory is full and you walk over an item, it'll pick it up and put it in the backpack. It's basically extended storage. You can open it by typing / that. Oh, and I hit other buttons. Please ignore my butterfingers. Many butterfingers happening here. You can open it by typing /backpack, and I will add the GUI thing later. Talk about that a little bit more. So basically, everybody starts off with 1 row, a small satchel, and certain classes, like cartographer, will have more than 1 row, because cartographers they're like map makers. They carry a lot of items with them. So
And they're explorers.
Yeah, they're explorers. So they'll have a bunch of extra rows. They'll have more storage on them, like a bunch of extra packs. We'll probably implement something similar to horses carrying chests as well. Interesting plugin I actually haven't mentioned it yet. Backpacks will be a very large, immersive thing we're going to do. It's not just going to be, oh, I have a backpack. We're going to add a lot of things revolving backpacks and storage. It's just like a huge, we'll call it the storage update. It'll probably all be implemented in itself.
Alright, next thing we want to talk about is RPG stuff. So, for those of you who don't know what RPG stands for, if you don't, leave. Just get out of here now. Just go away. No, but seriously, RPG role-playing game. I'm trying to think of how I want to start this. We really, really want to change things. With the way we have the server now, we love it. It's an awesome server. It's cool. We got a great community.
Oh yeah, love the community.
But it's just a Minecraft server. That's it. Plain and simple. You get on, you play, there's plugins, you leave. It's special, it's unique, but it's not where we want it to be. What we really want to do, and I've been talking with this with both Shadowban and Shadow Splicer, and I've been kind of sitting down and just kind of going through and writing things down. What we want to do is really, really make this into an RPG server. The world that we have now, don't worry about the world we have now. That is still going to be there, and that'll be there for anybody that just wants to play Minecraft. Basically, the world we have now will be a do whatever you want as it is right now. Pretty much, it will stay the way we have it. You get on, you can just play Minecraft just for the sake of playing Minecraft if you want. On top of that, we're going to be adding race worlds, and that includes elf, human, dwarven, excuse me, voice cracked, dwarven, and what that's going to be, I'll just give an example of the human one. There's going to be a lot that goes into this, and that's why I say it's probably going to be a couple months before we actually get it all up and going, because we're going to be taking and putting a lot of work into this. Not only is it just going to be, oh, hey, you get on, and, oh, yeah, this is the race page for those of you who haven't seen it yet. It looks really nice. You did a really good job doing pull-down menus, little pop-ups. But what we want to do is not just have it to where, get on the world and just, hey, it's my race's world, it's role-playing, yay. No, we actually want to make it into a serious, hardcore role-playing thing. Basically, we kind of want to almost create our just own game in Minecraft in a way with this server. So an example would be, you decide to go human and you join the human realm and you get on, and what you're going to be is you're going to start off by, when you join, you're a human just in the world. You have nothing but the clothes on your back and the world in front of you. And what you're going to do is you're going to go and explore and, do whatever you want, just kind of search around. And eventually you're going to decide, okay, I want to build a home. So you're going to go to either the lord of the nearest town or the king or somebody like that. And what you're going to do is talk to them and say, hey, I found this great spot of land over here. I really like it. I'd love to build my home over here. Can I do it? And they're going to tell you either, no, somebody else already owns that land, which would suck, or they're going to tell you, sure, awesome, open land. And then what they're going to say is it's going to cost a certain amount. So then what you're going to do is you're going to go sell things, do hunting, do whatever it is you need to do to get the right amount of money. Come back to that lord or king and say, all right, I have the money, here you go. And they're going to say, awesome. They're going to take out a book, write the coordinates of the land that you want, the size of the land, and who it belongs to, and sign it. Once they sign it, they're going to give it to you, and that is now your deed to that spot of land. You own that land. With that deed comes a protection, so you'll get basic protections on that land so that now you own that land, nobody else can do anything with it. You build your house, you start off, you got your little hut, you got your house, and then from there, you have endless possibilities of what you can do. You can either decide to keep that as a hut and go work in the city and say, oh, I want to be a baker, I want to be a knight, and you can choose all these different things that you want to be. And what you're going to do is you're going to, with a role-playing element, even with other players, we want to encourage role-playing with this. We really want people to role-play together and work together and do all these different things. And from there, you will actually build up. So say you decide at the beginning of your quest, I want to be a knight of the realm. So, you go get your house to live. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go to the city and request to join the city guard. They're going to put you through training, make sure you're good, do all that stuff, and they decide, all right, you're now city guard. Then, with that, you're going to get jobs. And these will be assigned by lords or other knights or different things like that. And that's, again, where the role-playing aspect comes in. It's not going to be computer-guided. We actually want people to interact with each other and do these things. And with that, they're going to say, oh, I want you to guard this area overnight and make sure that nothing gets in. Cool. You do that. Eventually, you do enough things to where you earn... Oh.
That would be a baby zombie. Oh,
no. Eventually, you earn enough reputation to say, you're doing really good. I want to increase you to a captain of the guard. All right, you become a captain of the guard. You do same thing. You do your missions. You do all these different things. And then, eventually, the lord of the city will say...
sword!
The baby does?
Yes!
Okay.
Alright,
I'm sorry. That scared me. Get a little
Um,
dagger.
So eventually, then the Lord is going to look at you and say, you've really built up a reputation for yourself. I'm going to knight you. And through that, they end up knighting you. So you kind of get an idea of what we want to do. And eventually, if you wanted, you could actually become a Lord through other steps of, eventually you get a spot of land that you are given. You end up becoming an Earl, becoming a Lord. Those different things. And it's all through steps based on what you actually do in the world. On top of that, again, we really want to make this a serious role-playing thing. So, the problem we have with the world we have right now, which is why we don't want to do it on there, is that it's kind of become a do whatever you want hangout world.
Yeah, it's really more of a mosh pit at this point.
Yeah, it's a cool world. I have nothing against it. I really do love the world because it's our first world. It's what we started, 2-3 years ago. It is our world. But it doesn't leave much to what we want. There's kind of limitations because of all the stuff that's on there. What we want with the RPG worlds, and this isn't to say, you can only do this, you can only do that, but we want to limit things as far as there are certain building codes. We don't want people just sitting there and just building these random pixel art or something in an RPG world. It doesn't work. So what we want is people to stick to certain building codes. We want people to make sure that they own the land before they're building it, because there will be marauding bandits. And if marauding bandits come across your land and it's not protected, it will be broken. I can guarantee it. It will happen. So that's where we, again, really want to implement the RPG stuff of you actually bought the land, you own it, and that has now become your family's land. And eventually, another thing we want to do is for cities. We don't want people just going out and building a city because, as cool as that is in this world that we have right now, it doesn't quite work. You don't just, you decide to go out and build a city on your own, realistically. So what we're going to do is, you have your house, and say you have other players that decide to get on with you, and say, hey, I kind of want to join you. I'd love to live on your land. And you say, oh, okay, I'm good with that. We're going to have friends. And so what you do is you go to the Lord and say, hey, my land's too small to fit all my friends, but I want to live with them. So he asks you, how big you want it, and you decide to increase your land. You increase your land, you get a couple of houses on there. Eventually build up to where, hey, you get a nice little village going. It's a cool little place. You got a few friends living there, maybe some NPCs, just kind of work around. You get a farm going, just have some fun. And then eventually decide, I got more people that want to join me. This is kind of becoming a really cool place. It's got a nice view, great oceanside view. It's a cool place. And you decide, all right, let's increase this to a town. So again, you talk to the Lord, you say, hey, I want to increase the land some more. I want to build this up to a town. And because we're building it up into a town, I'd like to have a mayor. And so, or I'd like to be the mayor even. And so what you're going to do is you can talk to the Lord, work it all out, and eventually now you have a full-on town. And, you've got, say, 15 people and NPCs living there. You got a nice little place going, a few houses, different things like that. And then eventually, if you want, you go through the same steps, and you can eventually build up to being a full city. Or you can take it in another direction. Say you're becoming a knight or a lord, you can actually take it and build it into a castle. And you've got the castle with the surrounding village. Whatever you end up wanting to do, the possibilities are endless with the way we're wanting to go with this. But we really, really want to go in this RPG direction. And I'm really excited about it. Hopefully I'll be releasing little updates for you guys every once in a while, just kind of showcasing what we're going for and just kind of give you guys little updates. But that kind of gives you a glimpse into the mindset of where we're going and kind of the idea we want for... Oh, thank you, Graceful Landing. And there's Make MMO people.
I scared myself. Ow!
But it kind of gives you an idea of where we're wanting to go and just how excited we are to be able to do this. I honestly... I think if we do this could become a really big thing for the server. This could be a really unique thing. I have not seen any other servers that do this. I know the Bashcraft server does some things kind of similar. I know they do some RPG stuff, but I don't know to an extent what they're actually doing. But from what I've seen, doing this full-on RPG thing like this, I've never seen anybody else doing that. It's a unique aspect. It's a unique... thing to do. To answer, somebody's asking on the live stream. Yes, there will be new worlds. We're actually trying to figure out what we want to do right now. Again, it won't be until the update in like a couple months or so. The humans, the elves, and the dwarves will all be getting their own worlds.
And the golems will be getting a custom nether generation.
Yes.
We're going to build a very dangerous looking nether generation for them.
Yeah, it should be really cool. And then the naiads, we're going to give kind of a ocean with some islands, basically.
Yes.
And give them like underwater cities. So yes, there will be new worlds. Again, it won't be for a little while, but there will be. And again, this really goes into what I'm excited about of having these new worlds and having these custom generators to give us these really, really cool, unique looks for the worlds that actually match to the race rather than just, I mean, not to say boring old Minecraft, but at the same time, boring old Minecraft. I
Wow.
love the Minecraft generation, but
Wow.
it doesn't fit with what we're wanting. It just looks like a world. I mean, it fits for the humans, but looking at it compared to, humans, dwarves, elves, it's just the same generation. We want to have those unique looks for each of the races. So I'm really excited about it. I know Shadow here is really excited about it, so...
I'm really excited about killing the skeleton, actually. I'm out of arrows, so...
Why didn't you bring a sword with you?
Because I'm not smart, see.
Mushrooms!
I don't play Minecraft. I just build it.
I'm a plugin developer.
But yeah.
I shouldn't have to be bothered.
So, yeah, that kind of gives you an idea of where we're going. Another thing we want to talk about is Shadow has been working on doing some stuff for in-game custom stuff. I'll let him kind of go into that a little bit more once he gets to a safe zone.
Once I blow up, you mean? Yes. So...
Hey,
this is a
dungeon.
really, really bad... Ooh, iron! For those of you who actually know me, I love iron. Iron is the best resource ever. And I'm actually talking about,
The new items we're going to be putting in game. I would like to build a lot more things with iron, just because of how useful it is. Things should be craftable with iron. Useless things, but things nonetheless. I love iron. I just want to go out there and say it. I love iron. Okay. But on a more serious note, what we're going to be doing is certain classes will be able to have unique tools and items that only they will possess. For example, there is an Arcanist class right now, and it doesn't really do anything. It is pretty useless. And I'm stuck without a pick. I'm smart. It's pretty much useless. Our goals for it are to branch it out a lot more and give them actual magic and abilities. So overall what we're going to do is make wands craftable, Arcanist wands. And we will be putting in custom I can't talk and do this, so I'm going to chill. Have some nice menu music. So what we'll be doing is we will be putting in custom items that are craftable by class specialties, race specialties, or unique items that you can find or get during events. And each of these things will do very unique. I keep saying the word things. I'm trying to avoid it, but I can't really. Arcanist wands. Let's just focus on that. They will each have specific abilities. For example, let's say Fire Wand. Fire Wand, you left click, it'll burn XP, and it will shoot a fireball. Right click will shield you in fire, where you will light on fire temporarily, not taking damage of course, and anybody that hits you, or any mob that hits you, will take fire damage. It'll be kind of cool. It'll be kind of... It'll extend on magic. It'll be nice. Most Arcanist abilities will burn XP. XP specifically. Just because you will be able to bottle XP with Arcanists. I guess you can now. That's kind of their specialty. That's what we have, right?
For what again?
Bottleable XP with Arcanists?
Yeah, I think Arcanist had that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah. I'm a little bit out of touch with our previous updates. I'm really focusing on the future of the server instead of dwelling on things that I should know already that have happened in the past. So that's one of the examples. Some of the other things will include event items. We already gave out an event item a couple months ago. We gave it to one of our users named Fluffums. It was a magical stick named the Mob Tickler. And Mob Tickler is quite amazing,
yes.
if I may say. Let's see, I actually have it right here. Yes. It's made for killing mobs. Now, something interesting about this. We didn't really make this item. This was given to us through a plugin named Mythic Drops, which I'm going to briefly overview right now. Mythic Drops is going to be replacing our current plugin Diablo Drops, which adds random effects to items and makes it so you can add sockets onto stuff, so which enhance them even more. Basically, Mythic Drops will be a more potent version of Diablo Drops. You will be able to craft items, and they will randomly have low-level enchantments on them, and it'll be named adequately, like extra sharp sword or such. Mythic Drops does that. It's really nice. Random chance. Some of the other things include sockets, once again, where certain items will have sockets in the handles where you can actually find or find sockets where you can add them to the item and it will add the effect onto it. Some of the effects are, for example, either extra damage in sharpness or a poison effect, or some of them are even more advanced, like sockets for armor can include Iron Skin, which when you take damage, it slows you down but absorbs more damage. And some of those sockets are really, really cool. And we're actually going to be working on more of them. You'll be able to find them. We may or may not put a list of these up, but we will have a bunch of different sockets available for you to play around with. And they will modify combat quite a lot, because it's not something as simple as fire damage, poison damage, sharpness. It goes into detail. Some of them have drawbacks, like extra damage, slower speed, or extra defense, slower speed. And some of them are a little bit comical. There's a certain explode effect which makes fireworks happen when you hit something. And we're going to work with that and try to add that as a combat modifier. Maybe make it a little bit easier to, I don't know, make it like a blinding effect. We'll probably add something in there having to do with fireworks. But if you get an explode socket, I'm looking for some. I want to enchant a bunch of gear and then have some bodyguards with explode on them. That'd be just brilliant. I'm getting way off point here because I'm not really sure on what to say on Mythic Drops. If you want to find more information, if I can find it myself. If you want to find more information on Mythic Drops and kind of how sockets work and how repairing works, it's under the plugin named Mythic Drops, or dev.bucket.org/bucket plugins Mythic. I'll put a link in the description. How about that? That'd be great. But in here it outlines basically how to repair them. They have a slightly different way to repair instead of through an anvil, just due to general Minecraft bugs. It explains sockets, power levels, and such like that. Definitely check out this plugin, though, if you want to be working more with PvP. So that kind of brings us into the GUI aspect.
Yeah, and I'll go ahead and leave that to you. I actually have something I need to work on real quick because there's a couple things I want to talk about involving them. And I pointed at them. Yeah.
You are now them, audience.
So let me work on that while you talk about GUIs, and then I'm actually really excited. There's a couple of ideas I've had. We actually didn't talk about this beforehand, but I think this could be a really cool thing to involve you guys with. So let me work on that while he talks about GUIs. I'll be right back.
Alright, if I can easily find this, which I probably won't be able to, so bear with me here. We're going to be implementing a plugin called Chest Commands. It's really, really helpful. Instead of having to remember a ton of commands for things, you'll be able to have just a GUI up in front of you to use in place of commands. Not all commands, keep in mind, just some, but we'll try to condense as many as we can into this. So basically, we will give you a command which will probably be just /GUI, something simple to remember. And it's a very small example because I don't want to go into trying to find the full example. But on here you see it has an item in there, and then it has a little description box that pops up with command info on it. Now, what's going to happen when you type /GUI, it'll pop up a little window with these icons on it, and it'll basically be like navigation. You'll be able to go through and view make MMO information just simply by clicking on these. There's actually a video on here. Let's just have it run back. This is all commands and configuration. Doesn't. Anyway, this is what the command window will look like for all GUIs. And it's basically just like a menu. You'd navigate it like a menu would be. It's fairly simple. We're hoping to take the load off you guys, make it user-friendly, because we know people don't like having to remember commands. Commands suck. Right, Jedi?
Yeah.
Yeah, none of us are really a big fan on commands. So, another thing will be, I guess I'm gonna touch on mini games really quickly, just because I'm talking about this. Inside of certain mini games, I'm not gonna say which at this moment because I don't know if we're going to release our idea yet. For certain mini games, we are going to have basically, how do I explain this? Golden mini games, purchasing items. If you've ever,
yeah, I was gonna say, tell them how Hypixel does it.
Yeah, kind of in a similar way, Hypixel has individual game lobbies, where when you get into a game, it sets you at a certain gold amount, and then by playing that game, you gain gold. That's roughly how it goes. I know a lot of people have at least played on Hypixel, and they know how that works. We're going to do something similar, and it's basically going to be a chest GUI, like I showed you, and the gold value is going to be set each time you spawn in the minigame itself, and you're going to gain gold as you do things, or lose gold if you do the wrong things, like in a PvP minigame of some sort. So, we're going to use the GUI for that, so it'll be easy to use. You don't have to worry about typing commands while you're in combat. You can just go and open it up. For some of these shops as well, as some of you are aware, near spawn we have a default shop, one of my little ones. You kind of just see the item floating on. I can show you. This will be a lot more helpful. My command window. Let's just do this. I will warp myself back, don't worry. So basically shops right now are floating items on top of slabs, and you click on them, you get information. You right click and it buys one. Oh hey, JC's back. Shops will also be available through NPCs now. Villager trading is very limited and ridiculous.
Yep.
So what we're planning on doing is adding in basically like merchant NPCs, which will have the chest GUI in them as well. So you click on an NPC and a trader NPC, and it'll give you, yes,
the chest just opens up.
His torso will just like bow in half, and you'll hear the chest noise, and you'll be very creeped out. No,
we're kidding people.
Although I could. No, I'm not going to discuss this further. At least on stream. Let's do this. Okay, enough with that. So we will have merchant NPCs, which will be a lot more versatile than these simple shops, which are player managed. So what we'll do is we'll have basically like marketplaces inside certain cities where you'll just be able to go and trade. And you'll actually be able to trade items instead of buy them with gold. See how these cost... that's inactive. See how these cost gold? You'll be able to actually trade items with these new NPCs, which will help the barter a lot. Bartering is going to be very important in our RPG area. So yeah, that's going to be released probably a little while after our 1.7 release, once we start getting initial areas set up. As well as having the NPCs be merchants, we also will have a large chunk coming up, which is NPC questing. And questing has been something we've wanted since the very beginning of our server. We use a plugin called Quests, obviously. Very simple to use for you guys, very difficult for us to set up, so it will take a little while to push quests out, but we have a lot. All gold zombie? No? Okay.
No, all gold Vombi.
Vombi. It's a
Vombi.
Vombi.
Is a Vombi.
Sorry, GC. So, quests will be slow to be created, but there will be quite a lot of them. We're hoping to get 2 or 3 done a day once we get into the swing of things, because we have about what, 20 written up right now.
That sounds about right.
We just need the dedication from the admins to get all these pushed through, because it's a lot of work, guys. So bear with us. It'll be a little while, but we will get it done. Once the quests are up, certain larger quests, storyline, like main point quests, we might put up on the website, give a little bit of info on them.
Yeah, and eventually we'll probably be putting up. I've been kind of developing slowly, very slowly, because we've been working on other stuff. The actual like lore for the server, because we with making this into an RPG server, we really do want to make it, an actual story and stuff rather than just a game. So that will end up being put up on the website as well, and I'll be developing more on that. And yeah, so that'll be cool.
Yeah, so the quests are going to be really detailed. It's going to be very, we're going to have not just a quest where you go through it, but they're going to be very long quests. And they will have great rewards. Some of them will actually give you useless points for the longer ones, which are very useful, even though they're useless. We're going to have a lot of things to do with useless points. Questing is going to be the main way you're going to be able to earn useless points. So look forward to those.
Pi was on?
Pi was on. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I didn't even notice either.
Bye, Pi. It might have been his internet. Yes. Oh, people with slow internet. I would also recommend slow or buggy internet. I would recommend Spoutcraft as well.
Yes.
Spout does smooth network packet sending, so definitely try it out if you're disconnecting a lot. With the questing and NPCs, there will be more network usage, just because there will be a lot of NPCs walking around, wandering around. I need to warp back again so I can... Oh, there's Pi. Hello, Pi.
Hello, Pi.
Pi, man. So just, you guys probably have seen these. Just downloading stuff. Oh, good job. Good job. So, like the guards, they just kind of stand around, but they will have an impact on network usage.
Oh no!
We're overloading because I'm streaming. Just so you guys know, this isn't a usual occurrence. But yeah, guards will
I know
be
there's
walking
going to be
around.
nice to have a dedicated server.
Yeah, dedicated server would be beautiful, so I don't have to worry about this. No lag? Alright. Well, that's good. Thank you for reassuring me so much. So yeah, we have a lot of guards roaming around. Guards are very dangerous. If you attack a player when a guard sees you...
Beware Shay.
Yes, beware of Shay. She's over there somewhere. I'm afraid I'm not gonna go over there. She already knows that I'm talking about her, so I'm gonna run away. So basically, with all these guards walking around, you'll see them up on the towers and up on the walls. You'll get a lot more network usage. You might lag a little bit, but the way our network's set up, if you're experiencing lag, most likely it's because of the large amount of NPCs. So if that happens, lower your view distance a little bit, it'll help. Or use
Yorick?
Spoutcraft.
What?
Yeah.
Who put that?
I don't know. He just kind of exists.
He needs a skeleton head as his helmet.
Yorick. Yorick. Okay.
Seriously, we should put a skeleton head on him.
Okay, I'll go find one later and grab it. But yeah, definitely, if you guys are having issues with lag when we get the quests and stuff in, use Spoutcraft for one, and for two, lower your view distance.
And that's a lot easier now with 1.7, or it will be with 1.7 once we update, because there's a lot more you can do now for the video adjustments.
Yeah, it will help.
So you can do it by chunk. You can also do interest. I can't speak.
AA.
AA, yes.
Just say AA. Save yourself.
There's a lot more adjustment that you can do now, so that'll be nice.
Yeah. So that's the only downside to having a huge server with a lot of people and a lot of NPCs
plugins
and
that we
quests.
didn't make.
Yeah. There's really nothing we can do about that, but we'll try to keep the lag down as much as we can for you guys. If you ever experience a bug with a plugin or extra lag, just let us know. We have support tickets on our
Yes.
website. That was El Cos.
El Cos.
El Cose.
Yeah, El Cos.
So if you ever experience any problems, we have a support ticket button now. It works. It's fully functional. It's under the home tab. They're pretty easy to use. Just first name, email address, Minecraft username, and then you just tell us what kind of problem it is, and then depending on the kind of problem, it'll be sent to the specific person that handles the tickets. Like, most of the plugin things or lag things will be sent to me, or Blocklord264 handles most of our player reports and such.
And please do use this, guys. Honestly, the quickest, or rather the most efficient way you can get a hold of us if there's a problem or anything like that will be these support tickets. Because if we're not on the server, we're not on the server. You can't really contact us. So if you send us over this, it will send us an email, and we'll know if there's a problem.
Yeah. And, I mean, even if you send us in-game mail, it's really hard to keep track of. This way, you can actually view the status of it. We'll update you and tell you what the status is on your ticket. If you have, like, a bug, you submit it, it won't just be like Skyping us, hey, this is broken, okay, I'll try to fix it. You'll be able to see the status and comment on it and update it. So, it's a lot more user-friendly. I was really excited when we finally finished the ticket structure for that. Ask Jedi, I talked his ear off for about an hour explaining this, and he really didn't. Just like, okay, you got it working, great. That's awesome, great, yeah. So, enjoy, hopefully. And it's raining. Wait, what's that?
Oh!
Okay,
we were
yeah,
doing some editing.
yeah, okay. No rain. No, you have to deal with the rain, JC. If I have to deal with it, you have to deal with it. I'm lagging too because I'm streaming. So, what's up, Mr. Guard?
Bounce on his head. Oh, you missed.
Ow.
Hey, here's for landing.
Punch.
Oh no!
Ow! Okay, they're not coming after me.
Sheep!
Oh, I wish I had a pickaxe, man. Oh, there's like so much stuff down here that Bane didn't grab. Okay. I need to go back anyway because I teleported here, so.
Yeah.
See, even if admins don't have permission to teleport places, we
This
have to
is
go
a special
back.
circumstance, but yeah.
But now I'm hurt. That sucks.
Oh
dear.
So, a couple other things I wanted to talk about with writing, actually. Interesting. So I am writing out the lore, and I'm taking care of just kind of story-wise, different things like that. And then we've all been kind of grouping up on quests. And actually, before I go into that really quick, just back on quests. One of the things that we really want with the quests as well is a lot of RPGs. One that actually does it really well with quests is the Elder Scrolls games. They do a really good job of having a good balance between, you got your main story quest, you've got your class quest, or guild quests, and then you've got, just your bunch of little random quests. And they balance it pretty well, but I know there's a lot of games out there that it's like, you got your main story quest, and then everything... What? Oh. And then everything is just a bunch of tiny little quests just randomly thrown in to fill the space so that you have something so it can be called an RPG. I really don't want to do that. One thing that we really want to do is we really want to use the quests for class choosing, because that really helps us, not even just, it adds an RPG element, but it also really helps us because it automates the process. So we won't have to manually get on, change your class, get off. It really helps us because it'll automatically give you the permissions for the class so that you are now that class without us having to do anything. And that's really, really nice for our end. But one thing that we really want to do is, if we do have just random quests, we're not wanting to make them just small little quests. We want to actually make, like what Shadow was saying, we want to make full-on, like, drawn-out stories.
Yeah.
Like, nice story arcs between multiple quests.
The admins, just collectively, we're really RPG buffs. We know what a good RPG is. We all collaborate. This isn't just something that you're gonna go into and just be like, oh, quest. This stuff is intricate, detailed. It's well thought out. We really want to have a good, solid quest. We're not gonna throw little things at you.
And we really want to make sure that it's good writing, good gameplay, good things like that. And we don't want to make just a bunch of tiny little quests randomly thrown in, because that takes away from the real depth of the game.
Yeah.
And Minecraft itself is already an amazing game. It is such a well-made game. It's a very fun game. And we really want to just take and build on top of that and build onto that more of an RPG element. With that comes a lot of work. We know that, and that's why part of this is asking you guys to please be patient with us, because we are trying to get a lot done. But it does take a lot of work, and any of you who have taken and actually done projects that take a long time, you know what that is like. There's just a lot that goes into it. And we really want to make this a very special, very unique game of our own with this server. With that is, with the RPG realms, we really don't want to do just a bunch, like I said, just a bunch of little random quests. Oh, go over to the baker. Hey, I want you to bake 25 loaves of bread. Done. I mean, anybody can do that.
Story.
Yeah, we don't want to do stuff like that. We may have a couple of random ones that have a little more to it than that, but are a little random. But really, we want to do story quests. That's really what quests should be. It should not be something to earn points or to earn different things like that. It really should be to further the story.
Yeah, to serve a purpose.
Yeah, it should have a purpose in mind of, where do we want to go with the story? How do we want to get there? And the way we get there should be the quests, not the other way around. It shouldn't be the quests are the purpose, and we just kind of randomly throw stuff in there to get there. That's wrong, and that's where a lot of RPGs, or I shouldn't say a lot of RPGs, but that's where some RPGs go wrong in the fact that they just throw a bunch of quests in just to say, hey, look, we've got quests, and they really have nothing to do with the story. So we really want to kind of avoid that and stay away from that problem. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And on top of that comes writing. And with writing, I'm doing a lot of the lore stuff. But I was actually going to reach out to you guys, and I had a couple of ideas. Oh, no! There goes Shay. Like I said, beware of Shay. Oh...
Well,
whoops.
then, don't mess with city guards.
Yeah, do not mess with the guards, seriously.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
Anyways, what I was saying, I wanted to reach out to you guys, and how do I want to do this? Not for the story, and not for quests or anything like that, but soon I will be getting up the main overarching lore of our Minecraft world, of Vanwa Arda. Once I get that up, you guys will have a good idea of kind of the format of what the world is and kind of the way things go. Honestly, I would like you guys to kind of come up with some stories of your own. And, maybe those could even be turned into quests if they're good ones. Whether this be something where, you go through on an adventure through the world and you have this really cool experience and you decide to write it into a story, or you decide, you get these ideas of, different things that have happened in Minecraft that you really like, and you decide to turn that into kind of a story of a quest or different things like that, whatever it be, I would like you guys to actually kind of sit down and write these stories out. I think it'd be really cool to see some of your ideas. I think it'd be really cool to interact with you guys and see how you guys write. And who knows, eventually it could turn into something where if you guys are really good writers, we could even maybe bring you on for a quest or two.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. But we really would like writers. And this also goes for artists. If any of you are artists, we would love for you guys to do, like I was talking about earlier, we are looking for somebody to do to help us with the texture pack, so that'd be really nice. But even just art, period, we would love fan art of the server. That would be so cool. And if you guys are on DeviantArt and you do that, just send it to us. In fact, I'm going to give you guys an email that I use for stuff like this. If you guys have anything that you end up writing or anything like that, go ahead and write it down. It's The Fencing Jedi, one word, TheFencingJedi @gmail.com. And he's actually writing it up on the screen right there, so you guys can see. And there, so if you guys, I was watching the stream instead of the screen, so timing was off. It's like 10 seconds off. If you guys have anything you end up coming up with, please send it in. I would love to see some of your ideas. I'd love to see some of that stuff. Keep this not stuff to do on the server, not stuff for implementing things, but rather just creative stuff. Ideas for stories, different things like that. And again, I will get up the lore stuff at some point within the next couple weeks, so you guys kind of have a basis to go off of. But I would love to see some of your ideas. I think it'd be really cool. I think it'd be awesome to kind of do some interaction and whatever you call it, fanfic or whatever. Just make some of your own things for stories in this. And another thing that we could end up doing also is that if these stories work for in the world, we could even turn it into an in-game book. Like the Elder Scrolls, they have so many books in the Elder Scrolls that you can go through and read, and you can take hours just reading the books. I think it'd be really cool to do that. It'd be awesome to have books like that in our RPG stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I think it'd be interesting to do contests, competitions and stuff, so people can actually say, like, let's get a bunch of entries in and we'll pick a winner and then we'll feature their book in, like, a shop for a while.
Exactly. It'll be, like, a part of the server. It'd be really interesting.
Yeah, I think that'd be really cool to do. I think it'd be awesome to kind of collaborate with you guys. That's the word I was looking for earlier. To collaborate with you guys and get ideas and just involve you guys in the server, because that's one thing we really want to do with this. This isn't just a Minecraft server. We're creating a community.
Oh, yeah.
The whole idea with this is to creating the community, and right now it's Minecraft. Eventually, we may have servers for other games. I know Starbound just came out, and for those of you who haven't checked it out, please go check out. An amazing game. I've been really excited about it for like the last couple of years, and it finally came out in beta. Go check it out. It is an awesome game.
Disclaimer: we are in no way affiliated with Starbound.
No,
or
we're
the company
just letting you guys know. It's really fun. I love the game. But that just gives you an idea of we are passionate gamers. We love what we're doing. We're passionate about our RPG, gaming, all these different things. And the reason we started this community is interaction, to be able to have a community where people can just go to and, one, be a family-friendly environment, because that's one thing that we really have strived to stick with, is being a family-friendly community, because there's a lot of good communities out there, and honestly, it's the majority of them are good communities, but there are some communities out there that kind of get out of hand, and it's just, they kind of go to crap, and it's really, they're not as family friendly. There's wow, that's a big swarm.
Okay, sorry.
And so one of the things we've really strived for is keeping this a good, just fun environment to be in that anybody can hang out. And nice. So that's one thing we really want to keep with, on top of it just being a very fun area for, like I said, not just Minecraft. Eventually we will probably, if we can get some dedicated servers going, we would love to start getting other games going. Terraria, Starbound, I don't know, other multiplayer games, other things we can have servers on.
Good attempt.
There's a lot of different games out there. I just can't think of any off the top of my head for some reason. That we would love to do that. And if we can get this going, if we can really get this off the ground and get this started in the Minecraft world, we can actually show people out there that, hey, we're serious. We've got a really good thing going here, and it'd get more people to join in, and that'd be really awesome. Oop. Gilson just joined us. There he is. So if we can do that, I would love it. And like I said, because this is a community and because this is something we really want to, the lever.
Yeah, you don't need to know what it does.
Something we really want to know. Combining things. Something we really want to do. This is why I really want to involve you, the community, in on this. I would love to really make this into a big thing. So, like I said, I gave you guys the email. Again, it's if you want to put it up on the screen again real quick. That is the email you guys can send to with any creative ideas that you guys come up with, art, paintings, writings, different things like that. Please, please, please do not hesitate to send them in. Do not worry about how good it is or anything like that. If we like it, or even if it's an idea that we like, even if the writing isn't that great, but the idea is really cool, we'll talk to you and we may even use it for something. We'll see.
Yeah. And events and competitions will be separate from that. We will
Yes.
we probably use Facebook or
Most likely.
probably Facebook. That'd probably be the easiest. Those
Yeah.
competitions will be separate.
Yeah, and we'll do a bunch of competitions. Trust me, there are a lot of different things that we can do and that we would love. We've been coming up with a lot of ideas with these mini games. But yeah, so just kind of an idea. I'd love to involve you guys in on this because the idea is that we're making this, but this isn't just ours. We're making this for you guys, and we're making this as an area for everybody to really be involved with, and we love you guys to have a part of it. Because the more people that get involved and the more people that have fun on it, the more fun it is, and the more community builds, and the more people actually want to get involved.
Yeah, I absolutely love the community we have right now. You guys are awesome. I know some of you have been with us for.
I think, for example, like I Like Pie has been with us for almost a year and a half.
Oh.
Is it?
Yeah.
Year and a half. It's been great. I love you guys.
Actually, I was thinking about mentioning this, but Rash Rider just mentioned this in the chat on the stream. Thank you, Rash Rider. For those of you who are interested, we do have a Steam group. If you guys play any other games, because even if we don't do things as our own server, we may do still game nights and say, hey, we're playing this game this time. Anybody want to join us? We'll be playing on this server, or we'll play and have some fun. Rash Rider just put it in the comments. If you go on, Rash Rider is I Like Pie.
Yes.
Thank you. I did not know that.
Oh, well, now you know.
Actually, I think I remember hearing something about that. But
The more you know.
But if you are interested, it's on. It's steamcommunity.com/groups/Vanwa Arda. Vanwa_Arda.
We'll post a link somewhere.
Yeah, we'll post a link somewhere. I put it up on the Facebook page a couple times. We'll probably put it up again. So we really, really love to get you guys more involved as a community. And also, any of you who have friends that play Minecraft, invite them over. Honestly, one of the big things with the server is, while we are a whitelisted server, it is open. We're not going to just turn people away because, the only reason we would turn people away is either A, they're griefing, B, they're a known person to cause trouble on servers, different things like that. We're not just going to turn people away. We want to accept as many people as we possibly can because we want to make this into a big thing.
Oh yeah, inviting your friends is the best way to really stick around on a server. You don't just want to join a server then leave it. That's how most of our people stay. They have friends here. They've invited people.
So,
And the more reason people have to stay on the server, the more likely they are to stay on the server.
So really, the larger population we get, the more people we get, really, the easier it'll be for us to develop new features and get kind of just stuff set up for you guys, just more easily. Another incentive to invite people is we will be doing referrals, where when registration's back up, it's currently down. It's almost complete. I had to rewrite a lot of code. When you join the server, you can put in a username as your referrer. That person will get a little reward when the person creates their account. And if the person stays for a while, like we have achievements now. I should probably explain those. If the person sticks with us for a while and becomes a well-known user and is chill, I guess, then they'll unlock a special achievement, which is have a friend, invite a friend that stays, and you'll get extra for it. It'll be a very, very special achievement. These are achievements, which I haven't really gone over with Jedi yet. Have you seen these?
I've seen them, but we haven't really gone over them yet. Because have you actually released them yet?
They exist as informational, but they're not achievable
They're not actually
yet.
coded to be...
These will be released once again soon, probably by 1.7.
Yeah.
That'll be a big thing.
Yeah, these will just be, fun little things on the website that we can do.
Yeah. But anyway, certain achievements will be friend-invited related. Just because we want to encourage you guys to invite your friends. It'd be great to have a big community. Speaking of community and friends, what about guilds? We haven't mentioned guilds, have we?
Ah!
That's going to be interesting.
Yes.
We don't have any guild information.
So, I just kind of want to touch
We had a couple of ways we
on
talked
this.
about it. Which way do we end up deciding to go with?
Let's just touch on the concept of it right now.
Okay.
So, the overall concept for guilds is very simple. You get a bunch of people. We have a minimum amount. It's maybe we decide on 8. Minimum of 8.
I think we said 4. Because right now we're a little bit smaller. Eventually we might bump it up.
Alright, it'll be a minimum amount. You get a bunch of people to say, we want to create this guild. You pool together, it's either going to be gold or useless points, or both. And then you create a guild. Your guild will basically replace the current tag. Like...
No, I'm not gonna make them lose the game.
We just did.
Yeah, not the stream people. The stream people are okay with it, right? Stream people... See, they're not complaining. Okay, fine. Leave a comment on this video if you're upset at losing the game. There will be a couple NPCs that'll... I bet Rash Rider's going crazy right now.
No, Fritz, no!
Anyway, there will be a couple NPCs I'll toss in that'll make you lose the game if you talk to him. So just a little forewarning. Regardless, see, like to the left of my name. See how it says merchant and then a little A tag? Basically, that's your tag. That will also contain your guild tag if you are part of a guild. And you'll be able to have guild chat, which is available only to your guild members. And you will be able to manage your guild and make MMO parties. Just roughly, if you're in a MMO party and you're generally in the same area, if you're close together, whenever somebody kills something, like a mob, each of the party members get a little bit of experience, and you get the original experience. So partying up with a guild will be very lucrative if you go on raids or going to kill other players, because you'll each get experience and sometimes drops. It'll duplicate drops occasionally, low-level drops. So basically, it splits the loot between you guys, and it adds to it a little bit. So guilds will be just an interesting way to get, just kind of get people together. If you have rivalries, create a guild, and then you can declare wars on other guilds. You can create alliances with other guilds. You'll be able to have guild halls, guild bases. You'll be able to dedicate areas for your guild in which you can... you'll be able to also expand your guild through the shop. You'll be able to add a hospital to your guild base, or add... I don't really...
Basically, we'll just have guild halls that'll have all the different main ideas for, shops, buildings, different things like that.
Yeah, you'll be able to expand on them through the shop, and it'll be similar to how we expand in our RPG worlds.
And Rash Rider was just asking if raids would be griefing. Not really, because there's a lot. We still are trying to figure out all the details for what we want to do, but basically the idea would be there are certain things you can and can't do on a raid. Depending on what we decide to do, it may be something where they plan a raid, they talk to us, and we say okay, and we set it up in a way where it's not actually destroying the normal place, it's something else, like an instance. I don't know what we're going to do yet, but no, it won't be griefing to an extent. Again, one example is if we're doing this in the RPG worlds, there may be destruction. We'll see, because that goes back to the whole thing of if you build on land that you don't own, it can be destroyed. Well, if it's a guild thing, they own the land, sure, but we may have certain things where, because it's an RPG element, it's not supposed to... How do I say this? It's not supposed to be just, like Minecraft, just have fun and build. There are going to be rewards and penalties. If you have a war going on, there is going to be destruction. You expect that, and what you do is you rebuild. We don't want to make it bad in the way of, you build up this whole thing and you store all those diamonds and somebody comes in and just wrecks it all. Wrecks it all and steals all the diamonds. I mean, we don't want to do that. That's frustrating, that's stupid. We don't want that. But to an extent, there will be certain things as far as, outer buildings or different things like that, where if they decided to come through and destroy it, it would be kind of an interesting element to have these, barbarian raids coming through to where you got to fight it off or they're going to destroy the town. Again, we haven't worked out all the details, but we won't make it in a way that is overly frustrating or overly griefing to, that's a nice castle, to the players and to the environment.
Yeah. Along with the, as Jedi said, the barbarian raids, we will be putting in random events.
Yes.
I'm going to be coding a custom plugin that adds random events like a horde of NPC barbarians appears at a random location near a player and then proceeds to try to kill that player.
And that goes, again, back to the whole thing of we don't want this... We want this to be an enjoyable and yet... dynamic and challenging. That's the word I'm looking for. We want the RPG stuff. Again, none of this stuff will be done on the current world. So for those of you who just want to play Minecraft for the fun of it, we will still have the world we have right now just to play Minecraft and have fun. So you don't have to worry about that stuff. But for the RPG worlds, we do want to add that challenge of that, or even that fear of dying, of, I got this stuff on me. I'm traipsing through the wilderness. With Minecraft as it is right now, it's pretty much, hey, I got a town 3,000 blocks apart. You just, take a couple days and a night and just traipse over there. We want to actually make the RPG worlds slightly terrifying in the way of, you don't go out in the roads in the wilderness alone. You either hire a guard or you play with other players, and that's again comes into the RPG element of you say you got a player that's a friend of yours that's a knight, and you say, hey, I want to hire one to guard me on this path, and that way, as you're going along the roads, you don't have as much of a fear. I mean, it's still there, but you don't have as much of a fear of dying because as you go along those paths, there are going to be barbarians, there's going to be wild animals, there will be bandits. There's going to be different things along those lines that actually will add a fear to traveling between cities. We want it to be something that is fun and enjoyable and yet still a challenge, and it's not an easy thing to do, which is why we want to make it a actual hardcore role-playing thing, and with that comes all the challenge, and again, we don't want to make it something that's not enjoyable. There's only so much you can do before it becomes frustrating, but they didn't color it. But at the same time, it needs to be something that isn't just Minecraft. Oh, she doesn't even play anymore, does she? We don't want it to just be, hey, we're playing Minecraft. It does need to have that fear to it. With role-playing is... Okay, Gilson asks, with role-playing, is there going to be some leveling system? Actually, really quick, define what you mean by leveling system. Are you talking about skills? Are you talking about just like your personal level? Mobs will be certain level.
There is.
Yeah. Actually, he's asking, like, you know how in MMOs there will be leveled areas, like that type of thing. To an extent.
To an extent, there will be.
That's going to be more dungeons.
Yeah, it'll mainly be dungeons, pre-planned areas. It's possible we could do something like a leveling scale for hostile mobs.
Yeah.
That's actually a really interesting idea. I will add that to my list and touch on that later. That would really be an interesting concept.
So yeah, I mean, basically it would be, you would have your normal MMO personal levels, and there's going to be those normal stuff, but it would be really cool with like dungeons and stuff to have leveled dungeons. So say you, we would basically create our own level system for that. We would say, you know, level 1 through 10 is for these type of people. Level 11 through 20 is for these type of people. Whatever it ends up being. And that, again, also adds to the role-playing element. You can't do stuff alone. We want to encourage players to work together and to do things like this, to where if you're going into a dungeon, you need to have your warrior, your mage, your healer, whatever it ends up being, to work together and actually to be able to actually get through, because otherwise you're going to die. I mean, that again goes to the whole thing of, we want it to be enjoyable yet challenging, and we want you to be able to do things on your own. And honestly, 75% of the stuff you will be able to do on your own, but things like dungeons, it's not a good idea. There might be the possibility of certain ones, if you get to your 5 dungeon tiers above this dungeon, you could probably do it on your own. I mean, most likely. But for most dungeons, we want it to be a challenging thing where you need to go through with other people, because you're not going to be able to do it otherwise.
Yeah, we definitely want to encourage teamwork.
That's what most of our updates are going to be in the future, is just overall making it less, I'm just going to play on the server, and more, I want to be a part of the server. I want to build a guild. I want to be a part of a guild. I want to be a part of a team.
Good dog. Good dog. Eh.
But yeah, I mean, the whole idea with what we're going for is really encouraging teamwork, role-playing, working together, doing all these different things, and that's really the direction we want to take the server in. I mean, that's how we started the server as the idea, but it kind of went away from that and became what it is now. And I have nothing against the server we have now. I love it. It is an awesome server. But it's not where we want to be. And that's why we still want to keep what we have right now, for those of you who just like playing Minecraft and just want to play Minecraft for the sake of playing it. But personally, for the server, the actual core of the server, we really want to take in the direction of having more of an RPG game type of thing. RPG game? That's kind of redundant.
Yeah, role-playing game.
But you guys get the idea.
So
We definitely don't want to kind of impose on our new users or our old users, that we're restricting everything and making rules for everything. It's more of a kind of balancing everything out.
Yeah.
To be more like, if you want to go towards a specific style of play, then you'll go towards like a certain class or certain race. But it's really less restricting, more balancing out. You'll be able to do a lot more in our upcoming updates.
Yeah.
Because we're adding so many cool features. But they're going to be somewhat specific to what style of play you want.
Yeah, and with the restrictions, it's less restriction of you. It's not us saying you can't do that. It's saying you shouldn't do that. It's not recommended that you do that. Like, for example, the whole dungeon thing. You could go in and try and take it on all on your own. We're not going to say you can't or restrict you from doing it unless you have other players. We're just going to say it's most likely you're not going to be able to get through it without other people.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Let's see. I do believe that's everything on the list. I think that's...
Are we going to be doing quests with the 1.7 update or the next one?
I believe we're going to be doing them the next one. We really need time to sit down and to get the details straightened on how NPCs work and how everything just kind of interacts with the NPCs. So, it may be a couple weeks after the 1.7 update, by the time we're ready for releasing quests. But we will do it in a cycle. no more little updates. We're going to do. There are going to be two types of updates: major and minor. On the major ones, it's generally going to be updating our version, and that's going to be like a huge deal. We're usually going to add the huge items in there. On minor updates, we're going to update a bunch of things at once. No longer keeping track of, oh, this is new, I didn't know we had this. Everything's going to be stored in our version history.
Which we have now.
Which we have now, under home version history. Each of our updates will be in here. Gonna keep it short and sweet. If we release a major or minor update, we'll let you guys know via social media. Be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. So stuff will update, and you'll be able to get a fine list of it.
And that goes back again to also just be patient with us. We are doing a lot of work, and not to say, stop bugging us, blah, 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 blah. I mean, we still love hearing from you guys. We still love answering your guys' question, but at the same time, there is only so much we can do in a period of time. We only have 24 hours in the day, and of that, we only use, well, depending on who we're talking about.
23 and a half.
Yeah, exactly. So there's only so much we can do at a time. So what we're trying to do is right now as it is, that's kind of why we chose right now to really start working on, or just start implementing some of the things that we want. Because right now as it is, we have a good server. As it is, the server that we have right now is good enough for people to just play on. So for the meantime, you guys have a server to be able to go on, play, enjoy, have fun. And while we're working on the other things that we're working on, and those could take us a long time. Honestly, I don't think everything is going to be implemented until maybe even a year from now. It probably will take us a bit of time. But we will be releasing each part as we finish it. So it will take a little bit longer time, but at the same time, it will be better and bigger updates each time.
Yeah. We definitely want to build our development team. A big thank you to the beta testers that have signed up. We haven't really had much for them to do. And that's a close-up of the back of my head. Basically, our beta testers are going to be helping us a lot. We generally have nothing for them to do at this point, but as we start to release things, we'll be telling the beta testers to look out for certain bugs or just testing things. So if you have a friend that's a beta tester, just kind of keep in touch with them, because we'll be keeping them updated. They'll be they're not really to help you, but to let you know if there's something that needs to be fixed. That is a wall. I'm not looking at my screen.
And with that also comes, if any of you guys yourselves are developers, or if you've already beta tested something but you haven't signed up for this, let us know. Any of you who are coders or developers or anything for your own plugins, please contact us. We would love to have more people to work with us on this. Because as it is for coding, it's pretty much Shadow. He's worked with a couple of... Oh, you lost a piece of track.
Aww.
I mean, he's worked with a couple other people, and there's a lot of plugins that we use that other people have developed that we're using. But if any of you guys are developers yourself, please let us know. We would love to have more to work with us.
I don't know what just happened. Okay, I don't think I'm an admin suddenly. I feel a strange...
Type test?
I have a strange disturbance in the force.
I still got the tag.
No, it's the tag separate.
Right, no, I just...
Yeah, I don't think I'm labeled as admin, because I was testing something. So, that's what I get. So, yeah, if you guys work with Java, SQL queries, basic PHP even, I'd love to talk to you guys. That'd be rather helpful.
This also goes for you guys just watching the video post-stream. If you guys even aren't a part of our server but are looking for some work for stuff like this, we're not at a point where we can pay anybody, because honestly it's pretty much been donations and that's it. I mean, even Shadow here, he's been putting hundreds of hours into this and he's doing it all for free. So we can't really do anything monetary-wise. And that also goes to any of you who are willing to donate. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
But if you are willing to use your time and work on something like this, we would love your help. We would love more people to help with stuff like this.
Yeah. Really just if we can get donations for pretty much anything, even the purchase of useless points is helpful. All the donations are just kind of stored in our business account, and whenever we need something, we use it. None of this is for personal profit. None of us get paid. Whenever we get donations, they're just saved up until we need something. So if we could even get donations towards a developer to push through a ton of updates for us for certain plugins that we need, or new plugins, it would be much appreciated. Or if you are a developer and you could once again help, it would be very, very helpful. Right now, our donation goal is for a new server rack due to the current machine this is running on is my personal gaming PC, and gets a little bit lugged down when I'm gaming. So I can't really game unless there are few people on the server. And we're aiming for a mid-powered rack, which we won't have to update in a while. I build computers just offhand, so I know what I'm talking about and won't be going to waste. So I kind of picked out some hardware. This is our general goal. You can find it on our donation page. Basically, once we get this, we can move our database, our website, and our server itself onto the one machine, because it's currently running on 3, which is not very efficient.
Yeah.
So any donations would be appreciated towards this. Once we get this, we'll be able to manage backups easier. We'll be able to get a lot more freedom. It'll probably help us in the development process for just being able to have our moderators and admins work on code directly here. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to highlight that page just a little bit, just if possible. It would help so much. I can't get out of this minecart.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm stupid. It's shift now. It's not right click. I forgot. The amount of attention that I pay to little things like what button to press, I just can't be bothered with it. Just kidding.
Another thing we can use also is we're looking for people to help stuff in-game as well.
Yeah. Anybody familiar with the Quests plugin or
Yes.
NPC creation through Denizen? We need custom scripters for Denizen, because that's how we're using our event timing.
And we could also use people. We are setting out stuff as far as to rephrase that. We're getting ready to do templates as far as the RPG buildings and different things like that. If you guys have anything that you end up building as far as, either a house or a castle or a wall, a gate, an inn, anything like that that fits a medieval fantasy design, send us screenshots. And again, to that same email as I said before, or to the website. They can do that, right? They can send things through the website? Onto the screenshot section? I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Google Plus.
Yeah, if you go to the screenshot, there's a link.
Google Plus.
Yeah, just send us screenshots of designs that you have, and we may end up using them. And here it is. Because as many ideas as we have, it's always nice to have other people send input, because there's only so much we can come up with. And the possibilities are endless, but at the same time, after a while of looking at the same design over and over again with one block moved, it kind of gets old. So if you guys have ideas that you want to send screenshots in, whether you guys do it in creative or whatever, and just send us a screenshot, it'd be really cool to see some of your designs and the possibility of being able to use it. We may even turn that into a contest. We'll see. That'd be kind of cool. But Yeah, I think that'd be really nice because with going back to what I was saying earlier with the RPG stuff, we want to keep things to a certain format. I mean, we want people to have freedom with what they do, but at the same time, we don't want somebody building a purple polka dotted house in a human RPG world. That just doesn't fit. So there is a certain building code that we want. You can have your own design as far as shape and look and different things like that, but as far as there's going to be certain materials or certain things to the look that we want to kind of keep uniform across the entire world. And again, not saying that to control what you guys are building or to limit you guys, rather to open it up to being able to kind of do things in collaboration with each other and not having to worry about the look being different.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really one thing we don't want to do is just restrict people.
Yeah.
We just kind of want to keep everything average. We want to keep it just generally somewhat the same. We don't really want to restrict what people can do, though. That's so. Our other admin who can't join us tonight due to finals, he's the one that doesn't take restrictions too kindly. Up all the time. He's the one that kind of keeps everything in balance. So if he thinks that something's unfair, talk to him about it, because it's probably him that'll be able to yell at us.
Oh, that's interesting.
Okay.
Oh, it's an angry dog. What the?
Yes. Shadowbane, yes.
Why is he angry?
I don't know, but he looks ridiculous. Are you ridiculous little doggy?
No!
Are you ridiculous little doggy? Boom. You're dead.
Oh, jeez.
Brutal murder. You
Yeah,
saw it right here on our screen.
And that's part of the reason... Oh, sorry. You were saying?
Yeah, that's just part of what we do here. Murder. Brutal murder.
I totally lost my train of thought. Oh!
I'm sorry.
No, lost it again. What was I saying? Oh, that's part of the reason we can't use, or it's not that we can't, it's that we really don't want to, use the world that we have right now. We love this world, it's a great world, but there's so much. There are so many different designs. Oh, you want to head out to the library that I built? Show that?
I don't remember exactly
It's
where it is.
straight out that direction to your right.
Okay.
Go up and
See you later,
right.
GC.
Literally straight out that way for about 1,000 blocks.
Ugh, this is why I don't stream on this computer while I...
Hey, we might as well have something to look at while we're chatting. But that's part of the reason we can't use this world, because there's so many designs, there's so many different things that people have built. And as great as they are, yeah, it's exactly what it is. It's a mosh pit of pretty much everything everybody has ever built on the server. And as I said before, it is great, and we do love it to shreds, but that doesn't fit for the RPG stuff. Yeah. And as much as we would love to keep it for the RPG stuff, we can't. Oh, that's a nice bridge. I've never seen this before.
Yeah, I built that. This is one of Blocklord's cities.
Well, I haven't been to the city before.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it. It might be Everatha, maybe.
Huh. And that's why, I mean, we're still going to keep this world. It's still a great world, and it'll always hold a special place in our hearts because it was our first world together. But at the same time, we can't use it for the RPG stuff, which is why we decided, you know what? Why don't we still keep it and just kind of open it up for anybody that wants to just play Minecraft. And that's why we're going to keep it as a Minecraft world for you guys to just have as a fun world to play on as you are now. Basically, for this world, nothing is going to change. This will be the exact same as it is. Maybe a couple less restrictions. Maybe. But for the most part, it'll be the exact same thing as it is right now for you guys to just play on and enjoy.
Yes. Well said. It's an awkward place to put a pumpkin.
That's interesting.
Poor thing. Yes, well, I think you know where I am. Thank you, GC. That's very ominous of you. It's very, very nice. I'm a little bit stuck. Oh, wait. How jungle vines are weird. Oh, and expect to see some Easter eggs as well while we're
Yes.
coding things in. The admins like to have fun, despite... whatever
Sometimes it's not even just
popular-
fun, it's delirium.
It's delirium. We stay up quite late. Alright.
Come into my store. No thank you.
We tend to stay up pretty late when we're working on stuff for you guys, so some of it's done in delirium. If you see typos on names of things or spelling errors or just anything, send us screenshots. We like to laugh at ourselves and then fix it. But mainly we like to laugh. Wait, what? That's a very rude sign. I like it. Yeah, this is off stuff around though.
Oh, okay. I haven't actually been here before.
Maybe
Maybe I
haven't
have.
been tried
Actually,
before.
yeah, I think I have, but I didn't really know where I was.
I'm gonna try.
But
it.
actually, this right here kind of gives you an idea. I mean, this isn't what we're going to be doing because it's a little more plain than what we want. Bob. Is it Bob the Builder?
I don't even really know.
But anyways, this gives you guys an idea for kind of that uniformity of a city. Everything, I mean, granted, this is by one person, but it still gives you an idea. Everything in the city is a very uniform look, with, and yet at the same time, it's very dynamic in the way it looks. Like I said, this is a little more plain because it's pretty much just stone brick and half stone slabs. We're going to add a little more variation to that, but it gives you an idea of what we're going to be going for in that oh, that's a nice horse. Huh.
His name is Horse.
Horse the horse. In that we don't want what we have right now with like Osnagoth, where it's, you know, a flat city with walls and cobblestone everywhere and a bunch of random buildings in it. It just, that doesn't work.
Oh, GC definitely is lagging. Okay, I'm just gonna walk to a shop. I think I know where it is. I think that's where it's taking me.
Got the food bank. You need a blood bank.
Yes. Thank you for the useful reminder. /SCS undo, everybody.
Nice.
Okay. Wow.
It's a nice format for the shop.
It's fantastic. Like in your face. BAM! Iron X.
You need this Iron Axe.
BAM! Watermelon. Slice. Just kidding, it's just a slice. Alright. Ooh. I need some of these. Yes.
I
Thank you.
think I have some back in my house.
Thank you.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything we wanted to go over for the stream.
Yeah.
If you guys ever have any questions or want to expand on what we're talking about, go ahead and just shoot us a support ticket. We'll answer it fairly quickly.
That's about it.
Well, as always, I am Shadow Splicer. Yes, and I was thinking, what? Jedi's giving me.
Nothing.
Jedi's giving me a funny
I
face.
thought you were going for the, you know, I'm so and so and I'm so and so, and I was going to really hold it off as long as I possibly could before I said anything.
He's just sitting here grinning at me. That has got to be the most awkward outro ever.
Actually, Gilson, no problem. For those of you watching this as the stream right now, we're actually going to upload this on YouTube under the Vanilla Arta page, so anything you missed, you can go back and watch.
Yes. And we'll post individual videos probably on our news page.
We also have a news page.
Yeah.
Ba-bam! I forget to mention these things. Yes, feature plans live stream. We didn't post it on here, they were doing live stream, but we will post the videos inside the, here.
And a little known thing.
These are actually linkable. You can, link to these, like this. You can send somebody the link with it, with the post ID, and it'll go straight there. So just, click on this, and then you can copy this link right here. And that is, how you can share news with people, or reference something.
Yep.
So.
So again, we're really wanting to create this new community, and we'll be giving you guys updates as they come out. There's going to be, the date is wrong.
What?
Oh, no, that was yesterday. Yeah, I posted that yesterday.
Oh. Alright.
Um,
Awkward.
yeah, we'll be giving you guys updates as we release them, and there's a lot. I mean, like I said, we've got enough content that we're going to be doing that this could take us potentially over the next year to get everything we want to do. Not to say it won't be for another year until everything's done, but everything we want to do, we have enough to do that we could take a year and get it all done if we wanted. So yeah, there is a lot of stuff coming your way, a lot of stuff that we want to do, and we're really, really excited about this. We're really happy with it, with the way everything is going, and we're really happy with everybody that's been on the server so far. We've had a few people that we had to boot because of briefing problems, but
We fixed that.
That's every server gets that.
We dealt with that.
But it's really nice, the community we have already, and we'd love to really expand this out and get a nice, really big community going. But yeah, so I'm really excited with where we're going. I'm happy to continue sharing this with you guys. We'll be posting stuff soon, so I think it's everything.
Yes, sir, it is.
All right, we will talk to you guys later. Like I said, this will be posted on the YouTube page for those of you watching right now, so I will talk to you guys later.